coming. I'd like to call this meeting of the Tax Committee to order. We don't have a presentation. We really came to listen. So I think we've got a long list of people. This committee process is how the legislature functions. We meet in room 15 of the state capitol. And we're hoping that this makes it a little easier for you than having to drive to St. Paul to kind of bring the committee to you and give you an opportunity to tell us what's Ken Steichen.
Thank you very much for allowing me the chance to be here today. And my name is Kenneth Steichen, and I'm basically representing one of those vulnerable but hard working, good but poor working tax-paying citizens in Minnesota here. Basically, I'll try to keep things short and sweet because of the time constraint here and everything. Basically, what's being handed out to you, the one issue that I'll be bringing up here, it's basically referred to as tax fairness. Basically, what's compiled by the Minnesota State Department of Revenue every 2 years. This is a tax incidence study, basically stating the tax rates as far as income levels in Minnesota here, as who pays the largest tax rate based on the poor to the rich. And basically, according to this statistics by Minnesota's very own State Department of Revenue, the poorest, good, hardworking people in the state of Minnesota here who earn less than $12,259, already living in poverty, are basically taxed at a rate of 19.3% in total state, local, and property tax, compared to the rich, the top 5% and 1%, 10.4% and 9.3%. So basically, there's such a large disparity here amongst the tax rates here that basically the most vulnerable people already living in poverty are paying here in Minnesota. Basically, the old adage that a lot of people have the presumption that poor people don't pay their share of taxes. Well, here, this is the proof is in the pudding right here at this moment. And these are stats put out by Minnesota's very own State Department of Revenue. So I'm pleading with any of you, any tax relief that you're considering at all, basically on the poorest sector of the state, people already living in poverty, to just do what you can. I'm one of those vulnerable constituents, and I will just leave it at that. The one issue I'll bring up next is basically there's a lot of pressure being put on the county and city level of repealing state mandates, basically mandates that basically make counties committed to hold budget finances for funding county services and programs. And the one I'd like to bring attention to is called a maintenance of effort mandate, basically, which is in every county. Basically, it stipulates making counties committed to, for example, like I state for mental health services, that the budget has to be maintained and financed no lower than the previous year's budget. Now, I can understand that when it comes to our economic situation in Minnesota, please take to heart as far as the process involved and just deep consideration with, I had been told and heard there's like over 60 mandates across the state here that, and I know that, and I understand that repealing a lot of the mandates will allow counties more flexibility in determining where the monies can be best spent. But please take to heart, because like our own Commissioner Wayne Ingersoll from Clay County here brought out, it's the most vulnerable people that are going to be affected. It's the ripple down effect across all services of social services, human and health services in the state that will be affected by these cuts. So I want to say thank you, and I'll just leave it at that.
Mr.